Hi everyone, welcome back from Easter break. I hope by now you've gotten in the mail your mental math sheet for lesson 88 called on transformations. There are some things on here that I definitely need to go over that I think we've missed, okay? So these mental math sheets that I always go over with you are sheets that I have made that have specific test questions on them to prepare you for tests and all kinds of things. So it's not just mental math that's on these. So I think that going back to doing these is probably going to help us a lot in how you're scoring on the tests and things. So let's start with the first thing, which is count by 15s, and I want you to count out loud to yourself so that you can hear yourself saying these. You'll need these in problems all the time. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, and repeat it 2 or 3 times to yourself. Pause the video and make sure you count by 15s and then write them in, okay? Because you're going to need to know that 15 times 2 is 30, and that means that 15 times 4 would be 60, 30 plus 30, right? And that 15 times 6 would be 90, 3 30s in a row, 30, 60, 90, okay? So, and you need to definitely know that 15 plus 15 is 30. So we've got to learn our 15s. Okay, the first thing we need to talk about is, on A, is something called the distributive property. Now, I went over this last year with you guys, the distributive property, so it won't be totally new, but it won't be totally new, but I do need to teach this to you because we'll be doing this for the rest of this year, and you're going to be doing this throughout middle and high school. All right, so let's say we have a regular problem on, like, look at letter B. It just says 5 times 34, right? A regular multiplication problem, 4 times 5, right? So when we have a problem like this, instead of having to sit there and go, 5 times 4 is 20, carry my 2, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17, what you can do, and what most people do, when they are in the middle of a big problem, is they'll use the distributive property. They'll separate 34 into what it means, which is 30 plus 4. Okay, that way they can do it in their head and not have to work out a multiplication problem, right? So let's distribute this 5 through these numbers in the parentheses. The way we distribute it through is going 5 times 30 is, well, we know that right away, 150, because 5 times 3 is 15, and we add a 0. Well, what is 5 times 4? Okay, let's bring down our plus sign, and 5 times 4 is 20. So right off the bat, we know that 50 plus 20 is 70. So we know our answer is 170. By using the distributive property. So then when we come over here, when you get a regular problem, you would just do that in your head. You'll say 5 times 30, because that's what the 3 means when it's in the tens place. You'll say 5 times 30 is 150, plus 5 times 4 is 20, so I know that's 170. Okay? Now let's practice reducing for the test, okay? Now, remember when we reduce, we always go to the lowest number to factor it. So we'll go with 3. 3 is lower than 12. So factor 3, it's 1 and 3. Okay, does 3 go into 12? Yes, so that's our greatest common factor. We'll use 3. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 3 twelfths equals 1/4. That's what it reduces to. Okay, let's do the same method with 10 twelfths. Go to the lower number. Factor it. The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. Does 10 go into 12 evenly? No. Cross it out. Does 5 go into 12 evenly? No. Cross it out. Does 2 go into 12 evenly? Yes. So 2 is our greatest common factor. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So we just reduced 10 twelfths to 5 sixths. All right, let's reduce 9 twelfths. Go to the lower number. Factor it. The factors of 9 are 1, 3, and 9. Does 9 go into 12 evenly? No. Crossing it out. Does 3 go into 12 evenly? Yes. That's our GCF. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 12 4 times. So we have reduced that successfully to 3/4. Okay, take a look at F. You will need to know for future tests and the one coming up how many ounces are in a pound. If you have not memorized that yet, you must do it. There are 16 ounces in a pound. How many ounces in a pint? Well, to know that, you have to know how many cups are in a pint. We know that 2 cups are in a pint. How many ounces in 1 cup? 8 ounces. So 8 plus 8 would be 16. So a pint has 16 ounces in it. All right, how many mLs in a liter? This will definitely be on your test. You will need to know for the next few tests that 1,000 mLs equal a liter, 1 liter. Okay, please memorize that. Okay, let's look at I, 25% of 800. Well, how do we turn 25% into a fraction? What is 25% in fraction form? It's 1/4. Okay, 25% of something is 1/4. So 1/4 of 800. Now that's a problem we can recognize, right? Well, first of all, what's 1/4 of 8? Let's just not look at these zeros for a moment. 1/4 of 8, 4 goes into 8 2 times. So 1/4 of 8 is 2, and then we can just add our zeros on. So 1/4 of 800 will be 200. Okay, one of the most important things we have to know about triangles is a triangle is named for its largest angle. The secret word for Mental Math 88 is triangle, like the polygon. So what is the largest angle here in our first angle? This one is less than 90 degrees, less than a right angle, so it's acute. This, however, says that it's 90 degrees, so this is a right angle. That's clearly our largest angle. So what kind of triangle is this? A right triangle. Okay? What about your second triangle? What's the largest angle on here? These are clearly acute. This one is the largest. And what kind of angle is that? Is it a right angle, acute, or obtuse? This is larger than 90 degrees, so it's obtuse. So this is an obtuse triangle. Okay? Now I want you to try to work K on your own and use PEMDAS so that you know what order to go to. Remember what they mean. PE is parentheses and exponents. MD is multiplication and division next. And then AS is addition and subtraction. Okay? Try to get the right answer to that, and then you can check it with me when you turn in your assignment.